大水泛滥之时，耶和华坐着为王。
When it's flooding and King Jesus is on it.
现在雨真的很大哦，
It's a very heavy rain
大
today.
的一个地步，我们可能都不敢来教会了。
Maybe it's too heavy, a lot of people are not coming.
但是当我们想到耶和华坐着为王的时候，
But you think about when Jesus is on the throne,
圣灵会让我们的脚步可以迈出去。
and the Holy Spirit will let us step out.
下面是读经的时间，
Let's read the scripture together.
今天的经文是在出埃及记
Today is Exodus chapter 2,
2章1到10节。
verse to 10.
好，我们一起把经文读一遍。请，有一个利未家的人娶了一个利未女子为妻，那女人怀孕生了一个儿子，见她俊美，就藏了她3个月，后来不能再藏，就取了一个蒲草箱，抹上石漆和石油，将孩子放在里头，把箱子搁在旁边的炉里中。孩子的姐姐远远看着，要知道他究竟怎样。法老的女儿要到河边洗澡，他和使女们在河边行走，看见箱子在炉里中，就把他一个饼拿来。他打开箱子，看见孩子哭了，他就和对他说：“这是我希伯来人的女儿。”孩子的姐姐对法老的女儿说：“我去在希伯来妇人家叫一个奶妈来，为你奶这孩子，可以不可以？”法老的女儿说：“可以。”你就叫了孩子的母亲来。法老的女儿对他说：“你把这孩子抱去，为我奶他，我必给你工价。”妇人就抱了孩子去奶他，孩子见长，妇人把他带到法老的女儿那里，就做了他的儿子。他给起名叫摩西，意思说因我把他从水里拉出来。我们做祷告。
Let's pray together.
天父，我们感谢你，
Dear Lord, we thank you.
感谢你今天赐给我们有一个母亲节。
We thank you for this Christ tonight.
主，求你让我们在这个节日当中去思考你在母亲身上的智慧。
So we can think about the mother's wisdom in this day.
我们借着母亲的角色，我们看见神在我们生命当中的心意。
From mother's will, we can see your will.
主，就求你今天继续的带领。
Please lead us.
感谢祷告，奉耶稣基督的名。
We pray in Jesus' name.
阿门。好，弟兄平安。今天讲到的题目是母亲的智慧。
Today the topic is mother's wisdom.
一个母亲的智慧是我们很多做姐妹所渴慕的。
This is something as a sister we always try and learn.
我们做丈夫的也希望自己的妻子是一个有智慧的女人。
As a husband, we always wish our wife is a mother of wisdom.
今天我们会一道来看一位可能平常很容易被我们忽略的母亲。
Today we'll look at the mother. She can usually be overlooked.
但是我们发现这却是一位伟大的母亲。
But she's such a great mother.
讲的就是摩西的母亲约基别。
And today we talk about Moses' mom.
当我们打开圣经看这个人的生平的时候呢，
When we open the Bible and look at her life,
我们发现她这一生仿佛是一生平淡无奇，
it looks like her life is so bland.
好像没有什么伟大的事业。
She didn't do a great cause in her life.
但在她平淡无奇的背后，她却结出了了不起的果子。
But behind her blandness,
我们留意一下，这一个女人养出了3位伟大的属灵的领袖。
think about a single mom. She's
她都
she's
是
three
响
ladies.
当当的人物在圣经当
They're
中。
all remarkable
一
people.
位是摩西，一个是亚伦，一个是米利暗。
It's Moses, Aaron, and Miriam.
那这个对我们今天做母亲的可能是一个很大的一个冲击，对不对？
And today, as a mom, it's such an amazing.
每一个母亲不都想自己的儿女今后有出息吗？
And each mom want our kid to be amazing.
那我们培养一个不简单的孩子已经不简单了，
If you can cultivate one child, it's not easy.
现在要培养3个，
Now she has 3.
而且这3个人物在圣经中，在上帝的手中被记载下来，
And all 3 of them has been recorded in the Bible.
这要何等大的智慧啊！
It's what kind of wisdom she
请问
has.
这智慧的秘诀在哪里呢？
So what is the secret of her wisdom?
这是我们今天讲到的题目的由来。
That's the reason we have today's
我
topic.
们需要去向上帝求智慧，
We need to ask the wisdom of God.
看看一个母亲怎么样才能够栽培出一个被上帝所纪念的智慧的伟大的领袖。
So wisdom we need to have to cultivate our children of God's wisdom.
我们先来看第一点，
Let's look at the first point.
遵循神的心意。
Obey God's will.
要法老吩咐他的众民说：“以色列所生的男孩，你们都要丢到河里；一切的女孩，你们要存留他们的性命。”
Then Pharaoh gave the order to all his people. Every Hebrew boy that is born you must throw into Nile, but leave the girls.
这是今天这段经文前面的一个背景。
That's the background of this today's scripture.
我们读圣经的时候，有的时候读到一段话的时候，不要那么快的下结论。
When you look at scripture, don't just make a judgment quickly.
这一句话，圣经一定放着它的背景材料，
Because there must be some kind of background information behind
它
it.
一定有上下文的关系。
You need to look at the relationship between the last
我们
verses.
怎么样抓住一篇文章的中心思想呢？
How can we get the key point of the verses?
其实很简单，上文下理嘛。
You just need to look at
这篇文章开始怎么说嘛？
how do you start with the description
结尾怎么说嘛？
and how do you have it ended.
通常作者一定在开头和结尾把这个文章的中心思想给表达出来，
Because the author usually shows the key point.
然后中间的结构就是为了把这个结论给烘焙出来、栽培出来。
Because in the middle, that's the key point to describe your key.
那我们看圣经是怎么去把这个母亲的智慧给栽培出来。
So when you look at the Bible, you can see the background, how the mothers
一个人
coming from.
有智慧的时候呢，
When a person has wisdom,
通常不会在一个非常顺利的光景当中，
usually not in the environment is very
通
smooth.
常是在逆境当中出智慧。
Usually in the hardship.
我们在美国的人要警醒了，
So we need to be alert when in the
美
U.S.
国太方便、太顺利，
Because here is so convenient.
所以我们很可能会远离智慧。
So we may be more far from wisdom.
那是不是没有麻烦就找个麻烦呢？
So it's going to find trouble without trouble.
今天的经文告诉我们不是这样子。
It's not that
我们是需要在任何环境当中去抓住上帝的心意，
in any circumstances, we always to grab God's wisdom,
无论是顺境还是逆境。
no matter in the smooth environment or in the
我们
hardship.
今天所讲的这个母亲是摩西的母亲，
Today we talk about Moses' mother,
她当时面对一个非常不好的大环境，
and she was facing very bad environment.
是一个怎样的不好的大环境呢？
What kind of bad environment?
就是我作为母亲，我生了孩子，如果是男孩就要放在河里淹死。
So if I'm a mother, if I'm a boy, I have to drown.
如果你是因为这样的母亲，你怎么想呢？
If you are the mother, what do you think?
你怎么样能够保存你的孩子的
How
性
do
命呢？
you keep your kid's life?
是你的血气跟法老去打一仗吗？
Do you want to have a battle with Pharaoh?
还是抱着孩子逃跑呢？
Or just flee out with a baby?
或者怀孕的9个月、10个月，我抱着孩子去深山老里面躲避呢？
Or just hide it in the forest when you were pregnant?
有的时候我们发现人生逃避是逃避不来的，
When you look at life, a lot of things
你
you have
第一
escape.
必须去面对，
First, you have to face it.
第二你必须用智慧去面
You
对，
have to face it with wisdom.
更重要你要遵循神的旨意来面对。
Most important is obey God's will.
这就是约基别首先第一个智慧放在这里。
That is her first wisdom.
这个整个大环境对我们是不利的。
And the big environment is not easy for her.
经文中的这位母亲，圣经记载她怀孕了，
And in the Bible, it occurs she's pregnant.
而且我们知道她所怀的是第3胎。
And she was carried the third baby.
在摩西之前已经有亚伦和米利安。
Before Moses, she already has Aaron and Miriam.
按道理来讲，一男一女齐全了，别再生了吧。
Think about you as a boy and girl, you got everything, you don't need anymore.
在当时的压力之下，如果知道这第3胎是男丁，就要淹死了。
At that time, there was great pressure. If she knew the third one is a boy, most likely she cannot keep him.
看起来是这一胎是保不住了，
It's hard to keep the third one.
但是试问哪一位母亲舍得自己的孩子呢？
But if any mother would let the baby go,
但是当时如果是窝藏不报呢？
but if there was a harboring and not reported,
埃及人的律法是相当严格的，
the law is very harsh for this
有一点
situation.
像我们中国的株连九族一样，全家都要杀掉。
It look like Chinese, the old law, you have to hurt the entire family.
所以当时希伯来的男婴被杀掉的事情是时有发生。
So it was a quite common thing to see this Hebrews baby boy has been killed.
但是我们发现这位母亲与众不同哎。
But this mother is different.
圣经记载说，约基伯当摩西出生的时候，叫他长了3个月。
Once Moses was born, she hid him for 3 months.
请问是什么样的原因呢？
What was the reason?
使得那么大胆，竟敢窝藏这个孩子呢？
Why do you hit the baby end his life.
而且他是冒着全家人被杀的危险。
Because the risk is so high, the whole family will be hurt.
你今天做母亲做一个选择试一试。
When you are a mother, how can you make a choice?
孩子生出来了，
The baby was
你
born.
纵使有千万个不舍，
Even you have so much you want to let it
但
go.
是如果你不舍的话，你丈夫和儿女都要被杀掉，
I think
包括你自己在内。
your husband, yourself, and all your other children will be killed.
所以一般人的理智都会选择把这个孩子舍弃。
So usually people who base on common sense will let this
但是
baby
约
go.
基伯就是顶着这么大的压力，就是把孩子保存了3个月。
But Joshua had all the pressure to keep the
请
baby.
问这是什么原因呢？
What was the reason?
圣经里面一定给答案。
And you will see the answer in the Bible.
圣经怎么说呢？
What do you see in the Bible?
圣经说是他是因为孩子生下来见他俊美，就藏了3个月。
When she saw that he was a fine child, he hid him for 3 months.
这好像不合理耶。
This doesn't make sense.
你每一个孩子在母亲面前都是俊美的。
Because each child in mother's eye, they are fine too.
我记得我从小长到大，我妈妈都说我帅。
Because I remember when I was young, my mom always had the most
明
handsome
明
one.
别的孩子比我要帅，
Even the other kids, they're
她
handsome.
还说我的孩子帅。
She still feel I'm the most
不管
handsome.
谁跟她的孩子比起来，我妈妈都有三个字去 defense。
Because every time they compare with me, my mom always has 3 words
她
of
说如
defense.
果有别的孩子跟我的孩子比的话，
If you have other kids to compare with my
那我
own
就说
kids,
3个字，
I would have 3 words.
哪3个字呢？
Which is 3 words?
差远。
Oh, it's a far distance.
在座的母亲都知道，
All the mother have noticed.
孩子是自己的孩子，
Always your own kids.
谁的孩子都不如自己生的孩子。
No other kids is better than your own.
所以母亲约基伯因为摩西生的俊美的常理的这个逻辑上不合理。
That's why when you say the kid is a fine child, she hid him for 3 months, it's not reasonable.
那不合理怎么办呢？
If not, it's reasonable.
那通常我们就要做一些 word study 了，好好看看这个字到底什么意思了吧？
So we need to look at each word and understand.
我们查查原文的字。
Let's look at the original.
希伯来原文的意思的确是又好又美的意思。
In Hebrew, it means nice and beautiful.
但是呢，你再往下查下去的时候呢，
When you look down in detail,
这个俊美的背后有一个很深的含义。
it has a meaning behind the fine tuning.
作为一个全面的比较以后，我的翻译是这样子：
This is my translation.
是使他看为美的，让他灵里面震动。
Because he was such a fine baby and the spirit moved her.
你发现这个角度是不是不一样的？
When you look at the perspective, it's different.
中文的和合本翻译是，他看见这个人俊美，眼目的情悦的时候，看就尝了，这个不合理。
In Chinese translation, it's look at this is a fine baby.
冒
That's
着
why she
这么大的
hid him.
风险呢，必须有圣灵的支持才。
Because she can take such a risk in one of the Holy Spirit
所
behind
以
her.
这里是一个死，在希伯来文是一个死动句。
Because that's why it's in the Hebrews it's a passive.
它是什么意思？就是使他看为美，就是上帝让他看为美。
Because God led him to see the baby is a fine
这
child.
一位使他看为美的上帝，让他的灵里面感到震动。
Because God let her see the fine baby and moved her with the Holy Spirit.
如果用我们今天的白话文去解释呢，
If you want to use today's plain language to explain it,
就可以说是圣灵感动他了。
because the Holy Spirit moved her.
这孩子是我所拣选的，
So this kid is I's chosen one.
你不可伤害，
You cannot hurt him.
不可把他丢在河里，
You cannot throw
你不
him
能把他
in
交
the
给埃及人，
river. Cannot give him to the Egyptian
因为这是我所拣选。
because I chose him.
弟兄姐妹，什么是拣选？
Do you know what is chosen?
拣选的第一个本质的含义就是上帝的主权。
Because that's God's authority.
所以约基伯就顺服神的命令喽，
That's why Joshua just obey God's
遵
will.
循神的旨意喽，
Obey God's will.
就叫他尝了3个月。
So he did it for 3 months.
3个月是他能够尝到的人的能力 maximum，
That is the maximum time she can hit the baby by herself.
他没有办法尝3年，
She cannot hit him for 3 years.
他更加没有办法尝3个月，
And
30年。
of course, she cannot hit him for 30 years.
那他最大的能力就是3个月。
With her mass capability, that's all she can do.
弟兄姐妹，你知道这个属灵的定律在哪里吗？
Do you know the spirit principle behind this?
上帝从来不让我们做全能者，
Because God let us do all the powers.
我们不是那个什么事都可以做的人，
We're not someone can do
我
everything.
们只能做非常有限的尽力而为。
We only can do whatever with our own limited capability.
约基伯是尽力而为的遵循神的心意。
Joshua obeys God to try all her best.
我盼望大家抓住这条母亲的智慧的主线，能够成为自己生命的养分。
Look at the key point of the mother with the wisdom.
我们有的时候遇到压力的时候，
When we have faced pressure,
我们通常一见到下雨，我一刮风就会下雨。
and then sometimes it's raining and then the wind is coming.
一见到下雨，可能就心里面感到胆怯，却不敢往前走。
We'll be terrified when we see the raining and windy days.
但是我们能不能够尽我们所能往前走多一步？
Can we just try our best to step forward,
我从车房走到车位的行不行？
just from the garage to your feet,
拿个雨伞遮一遮就跑到车位行吗？
and just use the umbrella to go to the parking lot?
没雨伞是不是？
If you don't have an umbrella,
教你个方法好不好？
I can teach you another way.
拿个塑料袋，拿个垃圾袋挡在上面，就
Just
放
use
车
a
上。
trash bag and then get out of
淋
the
太湿
car.
了。
You wouldn't be so wet.
还有最后一个方法，
And there's another way.
也没有雨伞，也没有塑料袋，
If you don't have an umbrella and trash bag,
就淋湿的1秒钟了，
just get wet for 1
淋
second
湿的2秒钟了，
and 2
能不
seconds.
能为神的缘故淋湿3秒钟呢？
Just for God to be wet for 3 seconds.
从车房走到车是需要你的胆量，
And from the garage to the car, it takes your
无
courage.
论是龙卷风还是暴风，
No matter the thunderstorm or tornado.
那个耶和华不做的为王。
And it's always Jesus is
我们
on
心中
king.
的胆怯，往往是我们没有在神面前尽我们最大的所能。
Because the fear, that's why we didn't try our best.
其
We
实
tried
上
God.
帝在一个背后等着要把祝福给我们，
Because God is waiting to give the blessing to you.
这是一个怎样的生命？
So what kind of life is that?
约基伯是一个听见就去行的生命。
Joshua, she's the one. She listened to the will and she acted in the will.
你看他的母亲的智慧，圣经是怎么样公开讲的？
Let's look at how the Bible shows her wisdom.
那首先是灵里面动，
First, her spirit has been moved.
他也仿佛听见圣灵的这个讲话，
It seems like she can hear the Holy
他
Spirit.
越来越清楚这是神的旨意，
And she more clearly this is God's
他
will.
很听见很清楚神的旨意，
She listened that this is God's will.
听见就去行。
She listened and acted on it.
弟兄姐妹，
Dear brothers and sisters,
亲爱的各位母亲，
dear mothers,
我鼓励你在教养儿女的时候，把听见上帝的声音、读清楚神的话语，成为你生命当中智慧的根基。
I encourage you placing the wisdom to listen to God's will and to teach your children.
所以，一个母亲最高的智慧，
So that is the highest mother's wisdom,
就是听见神的旨意就去行。
is to listen to the will of God and act in His
这
will.
是我们今天许多的父母，特别是母亲啊，
But
往往是
today, look at today's parent, mostly the
本
mother.
末倒置。
Often the cart before the horse.
怎么样呢？
So what that
我们
do?
常常是不是以上帝为中心，以孩子为中心？
We didn't put God in the center, but put the children in the center.
美国的父母啊，
When you look at the parents in
特
the
别是
U.S.,
美国亚洲的父母，我就说中国人的父母，
the Chinese parents in the U.S.,
其实心里面是蛮怕孩子的，
actually they kind of fear to the children.
也不太敢跟孩子说真话。
They are not want to share the truth with the children.
第一，你不敢打他；
First, they will not stand
美国孩子动手一打，报警察。
because if you stand them, they can report it to the police.
也不能嘴巴说多一点，
You cannot talk too much.
说多一点的话，你态度不好。
Then the attitude is not good.
你 verbal accusation， 你考的这个迫害逼迫，
Because you have your verbal abuse to me.
所以你就心里面觉得是很怕孩子。
So you can have the fear to the children.
我们慢慢就失去了一个爱孩子的生命。
And gradually we lost the love for the children's life.
什么叫爱孩子？
What is the love of the
如果
children?
你的孩子发现你呀、把他当上帝，
If the child find out you treat them as a God
而没有尊耶和华为大的话，
and will not treat God as the king,
我可以铁定告诉你，
I can for sure tell
你
you.
的儿女长大瞧不起
And when your children grow up, they will not look you up
你，心中没有上帝。
because you don't have God in your own heart.
另外一种极端呢，
That's another extreme.
就是不怕孩子，
They're not afraid of the kid
也不怕神，
and not afraid of God.
自我为中心。
And it just gets centered herself.
到的对儿女，你什么都要听我的，
And talk to children, so you can listen
我是
everything.
没有缺点，
Because I'm perfect.
不管怎么样，你都得顺服我，听
No
我。
matter what, you have to obey me.
同样，儿女长大也同样瞧不起。
It's the same thing when the children grow up, they will not look you up.
因为一个人如果心中没有上帝的话，
Because if a person without God in their heart,
他是一定没有安全感，
because they will not have secure
他
feeling,
一定是站立不稳。
they will be stumbled.
我记得我们两个孩子20多年前刚出生，开始 我们做父母的时候，
I remember 20 plus years ago when I became a parent of my own 2 children.
我记得很小的时候，我对两个孩子讲，
When they were young, I taught them,
我说，请你记住一件事情，
please remember that
我说爸爸妈妈不是上帝，
because or your parents not God.
我说今天虽然我们是你的父母，
Today I'm your parent,
但是我们在本质上我们是主里面的弟兄姐妹，
but fundamentally we're the brother sister in God's family
我们有共同的一位上帝，
because we're the same God.
无论任何事要尊主为大。
No matter what, the king is God.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
Dear brother sister,
遵循神的旨意，
open God's will
让你的家庭尊主为大，
and let your whole family treat God as king
建立起你家中的祭坛，
and have the temple of your own, have the altar of your own
让
family.
你和你的一家必定侍奉耶和华。
So your whole family will serve God.
你想这样的家庭，上帝能不祝福？
Don't you think God will not bless you for such a family?
请求弟兄姐妹张大你的眼睛，
I pray that brother sister will open your eyes
看一看到底是怎样的祝福的生命。
and you will see what kind of blessing God will give you.
我们盼望我们每一位家庭
I hope every single family
永远是尊主为大，
always treat God as the center of family.
永远不要让上帝在我们的家中成为老二。
Never let God in second place in your family.
一遇到有什么事情，上帝就让位了。
If something happen, God has to give away His position.
记住，我们的上帝永远是老大。
Please remember God always in the first place in your family.
约基伯他敬畏神，他亲近神，
So Joshua fears God and also close to God.
以至于他能够敏锐神的心意。
That's why she has a keen mind to listen to God.
他一旦知道是神的心意，就快步的追随。
Once she knows this is God's will, she will follow quickly.
所以，一个母亲遵循神的旨意，
If a mother obey God's will,
那么对这个家庭、对儿女、对丈夫、对家人是何等大的祝福。
you'll be such a great blessing to your own family, your husband, and your children.
请问你是一位这样的母亲吗？
I'll let you know, are you this kind of mother?
母亲的智慧第一点，
And this is the first point to be a mother.
遵循神的旨意。
Obey God's will.
我们看第二点，
Let's look at the second point.
母亲的智慧的第二点是面对神的信心。
Face the face of God.
约基伯一生是一个信心的一生。
You look at Joshua's life, it's a fruit of faith.
那么何以见得？
How can you
我
tell?
们大概去 scan 一下他的 life， 看他的生命是怎么样。
Let's look at her life.
我们发现，首先呢，他第一点，他将摩西放进蒲草箱子里边，在尼罗河上去漂啊。
First, she placed the baby Moses in the cover of the
这也
basket.
需要很大的信心哎。
Don't you think they need a lot of faith to do it?
自己3个月的孩子放到河上去漂，
Only have a 3-month baby and floating on the river.
其次他让他飘到法老女儿的手中啊。
Also let the baby drifting to the hands of Pharaoh's daughter.
你不觉得这需要冒很大的风险吗？
Don't you think take a lot of risk?
最后他甚至都放手让孩子认法老的女儿为母亲啊，
Finally, she even let Pharaoh's daughter to be the mother of his own child.
而自己却甘愿降格为孩子的乳娘。
And willing to step down as a wet nurse of her own children.
这又要做多大的牺牲和付出多大的代价？
What kind of sacrifice and price she need to bear?
我们尝试把图画展开，自己去进到当中去想一想。
When you look at the picture and then quietly think about this,
孩子只有3个月放在河上飘，
for only 3-month-old baby floating on the river,
你就那么确定没有鳄鱼吗？
are you sure there's no
或
alligators
者大船经过的波浪呢？
or the big waves from the boat?
其实随地可能就翻过去了。
It can be flagged over.
一条稍微大一点的鱼，发现上面有个东西很奇怪，顶一顶的就翻了。
Even a big fish tries to push it, and then the whole basket will float over.
而且从理论上讲，这个蒲草箱到最后的结局一定是沉在水里的，有没有办法？
And then you look at it, the basket eventually can be sink down.
那么万一它没有飘到法老的女儿的手上，
And how about if the basket didn't float into the Pharaoh's daughter's hands
或者没有飘到任何人的手上，
or nobody's hand?
哇！我现在想让我把我们西安小城放到任何一条河里漂，我都做不出来。
I think about if I put my own children to any basket, I would not be able to
所
do
以
it.
这个约基伯的信心是很大的。
So you can see she has such a great
即
faith.
使这个蒲草箱是飘到了法老王的手上，
Even the basket was floating and it went to the hands of the Pharaoh's daughter.
就一定安全吗？
Do you think they would be safe?
也不要忘记，毕竟杀男婴的是法老王下的命令。
Don't forget that the one who has the order to kill the baby is the Pharaoh.
法老下命令杀男婴，他的女儿会怎么样？
If the Pharaoh has ordered to kill all the Hebrews' baby, how about the daughter?
他们可是一家人，
Then the whole family.
谁知道这个女儿会不会拿着吸回来的男婴的性命去讨法老的欢心？
Who knows, the daughter maybe just took the Hebrews' baby's life and feed his own father.
这样的事还少吗？真的
Don't
是
you think that's very common?
即使是法老的女儿不出卖摩西给法老，
Even the Pharaoh's daughter would not let the Pharaoh have the baby
把
Moses.
这条命是保住了。
Keep his life.
但是摩西的母亲约基伯自己降格做奶妈不算，
But Moses' own mother, Joshua, and stepped down as a wet nurse
我们发现约基伯做了一件令我们很惊讶的事情，
because she did something very remarkable.
是孩子渐长，妇人把他带到法老的女儿那里，就做了他的儿子。
When the child grew older, she took him to the Pharaoh's daughter, and he became his son.
如果你会怎么决定呢？
If that were you, what would you do?
我想想我会怎么做决
I
定。
would think about myself, what I would do.
哎呀，这条命是保住的，
Oh, I keep his life.
等儿子到18岁，
And my son become 18 years old,
悄悄告诉儿子，
and just tell the kid,
你可不要认贼作父，
you never really to have it called the mother as
可不
your,
要认狼做母啊！
would not call the wolf as your own
这
mother.
些人都是当年要杀我们希伯来孩子的人。
All those people, they once want to kill the Hebrew babies.
那虎穴狼窝可不要去啊！
You will never go back to the same family.
赶紧拿好行囊往旷野里面跑吧，
That's just a flee out.
保住条命重要。
Just keep your life.
我们蛮多的情况会这么做决定的，对不对？
Most parents would make such a
但
decision.
是除非他清楚上帝对这个孩子有格外的拣选和指引，
Unless she knew that God's chosen and have a special will for
他
him.
知道摩西他需要接受栽培和教育。
Because she knew Moses need to be educated and
摩西
cultivated.
不是单单跟人去打架，把人带到这个迦南地那么简单的。
It's just not easy. She has to fight and then have all the people bring the cannon.
摩西需要写出摩西五经啊，
Because Moses need to have the 5 Bible books.
创出利民经是利民是他写的呀。
And the Genesis and Exodus all wrote by Moses.
没有受教育行吗？
If he has no education, how can
没
he
有
do this?
受教育能写得出摩西五经吗？
If he didn't have education, how can he wrote 5 Moses books?
摩西圣经记载，摩西在埃及那里接受了最良好的教育。
We can see in the Bible, Moses had the best education in Egypt.
所以约基伯很清楚这是神的旨意，
So Joshua totally understands that's the will from
他
God.
也知道当他把自己的儿子舍弃给其他人做儿子之后，
She also understands if she give away her own children and let him to be other people's child,
更加能够完成上帝的旨意，
because she can let God to fulfill the will
更加能够让神的心意在摩西的身上，
and let God's will in Moses' life.
所以他就做了个选择了。
So she made a choice.
我心里面想，
I was thinking myself,
如果没有神的旨意啊，
if there's no God's
我心
will,
里面忧虑担心多了去了。
I was so much worried.
即使是都没什么危险，
Even there's no risk of his life,
即使是法老的女儿没什么变化，
even there's no change for Pharaoh's daughter.
但是摩西会不会有变化呢？
How about Moses? He might change.
多少的孩子长大以后不认穷妈妈还少吗？
How many kids, when they grow up, they will never look up you as a
摩
poor
西
mom?
在埃及皇宫长大，他不会去嫌贫爱富吗？
When she grew up in the palace, she would look down the poor parent.
这样的例子还少吗？
Don't you see that so many people like that?
大家记得金庸笔下那个杨康吗？
And when you see Yang Kang in Jin's novels,
这王爷家长大就不认娘了，
once he grew up in the king's family, she will never look his own parents.
回来旧有的穷家庭就不要啊。
He will never want his family in poor.
这样的例子不少啊，在
You
历
will
史上。
see so many people like that
难
in
道约
history.
基伯心里不害怕？
Don't think Joseph was not afraid.
甚至法老的女儿给孩子起名叫摩西，
Even the Pharaoh's daughter gave the name Moses.
意思是说，是我把他从水里拉了上来。
She named him Moses, saying, I drove him on the water.
从常识来讲，即使是知恩图报，对不对？
And if you look at common sense, it is a gratitude.
那摩西也完全有理由从此不再做希伯来人，去做埃及人呢？
So Moses had all the good reason never be a Hebrew again, become Egyptian.
其实这都是风险，
Actually, that's our risk.
是蛮不容易的一个风险。
It's a pretty high risk.
弟兄姐妹，你知道吗？
Dear our
是
sisters,
什么样的原因让约基伯能够站立得稳？
do you know what is the reason that Joshua and keep his faith?
靠他
Her
自
faith.
己，他能够胜过这些软弱吗？
Just by herself, but you think she can
我们
overcome
再把
this weakness?
这个序幕子拉到前面去看观察一下。
Let's go back to the beginning and
其
look at.
实从一开始，摩西的母亲就明白了，
Actually, at the very beginning, Moses' mother already
她
understands.
知道上帝对这个孩子有特别的拣选和旨意，
She can tell this is a spiritual chosen by God.
她就很简单，持守起初圣灵给的那个感动。
She just keep holding the Holy Spirit
她知道神在摩西身上有计划，
because she understands God has a will and a plan.
这个时候她的信心就胜过了担心，
So her faith overcomes
她的信
the
心
worry,
就超越了她的忧心。
and her faith overcomes the worries.
她之所以不担心，她是信得过神必在前面有预备。
She didn't worry because she trusts God has prepared for the path.
她需要有极强的信心在心中做根基，
She needs a very strong faith in the
因着这
foundation.
个信心，她不需要去强出头，
Because the faith, she was not trying to fight with her
她
own
不需要
skills.
走到别人面前告诉别人说她的儿子有多么的了不起，
She didn't go to tell other people how remarkable her
她也
own
不需
son.
要去吃法老女儿的醋，
She also needs to not invade her Pharaoh's daughter,
去跟法老女儿去抢夺，会计较母亲的名分。
to fight the mother's status with Pharaoh's daughter.
但是这个约基伯很了不起在哪里？
What's the most amazing thing?
他甘心做配角，
She's willing to get supporting role.
他不去强出头，
She doesn't want to fight for her own
乃是在
strength.
自己乳娘卑微的身份上扮演好自己的角色。
She plays a good role, just a wet nurse, and then do her best.
这个也是一个极高的人生智慧啊！
That is such a highest of wisdom.
我们人这一生从小到大，其实不断的角色的转变。
Think of our whole life, we change a role for the entire
我们
life.
做婴孩的时候要做好婴孩的角
When
色。
we're a baby, we try to play a good role as a baby.
婴孩什么角色？
What's the role as a baby?
我如果病了、饿了，我们尿配湿了，我就哭了。
We will cry when we're sick, wet diaper, or hungry.
但是我们如果这三样都没事儿的话呢，
If we are fine without any problem,
就安静喽，
just be quiet.
你可以笑啊，
You can smile.
你可以动啊，
You can move.
讨你的父母的欢
Just
心
to
啊。
please your parents.
婴孩的角色，
That's the role of
等我
as
们
a
慢慢
baby.
脱离了喝奶的阶段，我们进入到吃干粮的地步呢，
Once we start to get to have a
做
driver,
孩童的角色是成长，
as a child's role is to grow,
是尊敬你的父母。
to respect the parent.
等我们到 teenage 到了13到19岁的时候
When
呢，
you become a teenager,
我们也有自己的角色啊。
also have their own role.
我们知道自己在这个阶段当中，我们会有一些奇奇怪怪的东西出来。
Because there's something strange to happen at that
那
time.
这个时候的角色重要在哪里呢？
What's the most important role at that
是
time?
和父母同工一起来面对自己的压力，
Just to face, just work with your parent and face, and then to handle the
常
pressure
常来到父母面前，告诉父母说自己的困难，我需要你的祷告。
and share your own problem with your parent and ask the parent to pray for you.
而有一天你到了18、19、20岁了，
Once you become 18, 19, or
你的
20,
角色是什么呢？
what's your role?
你的角色是站立起来，
And you already stand up.
对吧？你在经济上要独立啊。
You need to be independent from finances.
你哪一天你才能够离开家里人对你经济上的支持？
One day you can just without your parents' support financially.
我10年的时候回北京的时候呢，我碰到一个我们家族中的一个老人，
In 2010, I back to the hometown and I saw a parent
80岁了，
already 80 years old.
可是大家都称他为什么？你知道吗？
You know what people call him?
老儿子。
It's an old child.
老儿子是什么意思呢？
Do you know what that means?
他从来不负他家庭任何的责任。
Because he never had any responsibility for his own
80
family.
岁还在吃他祖上留给他的一些古玩、卖古玩的生活。
Even 80 years old, he still used everything inherited from his own parents.
他已经是有孙子的人，
He already has grandchildren,
但他一生没有工作。
but he never worked for whole life.
某个大革命也被抓去洗茅房、洗厕所去。
And during the Cultural Revolution, he has been forced to clean the bathroom.
他的经历并没有使他成长，
His experience never let him grow.
因为他在18、19岁与家庭在切割的那个关口上时，他没有做一个把脐带剪断的功夫。
Because when he was 18 years old, he never totally separated from his own family.
我这个时候一直思考他的问题到底在哪里，
I always think about what is his problem.
就是他没有扮演好在人生不同阶段的角色。
Because he didn't play well at his own role at different time period of his life.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，今天你的角色是什么？
Dear brother, sister, what's your role today?
如果你的角色是教会的弟兄姐妹，
Because if you are a brother, sister in this
不要
church,
忘了这个家是我们共同的家呀。
this is our own family.
这个家是需要我们一同去添柴或者火焰才会旺。
This is the whole family. We need to work together
我
to
们有没有
grow the church.
常常为这个家去祷告呢？
Do you ever pray for this church?
我们有没有常常为这个家去带新朋友回来呢？
Do you bring new friends to this church?
我们有尽上自己11奉献的本分吗
Do？you offer for 1/10?
我们有没有在这个差传奉献和建堂奉献上尽到自己的祷告和金钱的奉献
Do？ you pray and also financially support to build the church?
有没有用一个怜悯的眼睛看看身边的周围弟兄姐妹的需要呢？
Do you look at other brothers and sisters in need with a mercy heart?
你的角色是什么？
What's your role?
弟兄姐妹，角色是绝高的智慧。
It is highest wisdom to play
有
well
一天
on the role.
上帝来收我们的账本的时候，
One day when God will look at what we have in the
他
bank,
一定会一个阶段一个阶段在我们的角色上来问我们的账本如何
because
用。
He will look at and check each time and period how they behave in their own role.
约基伯当时明明是母亲，
Joshua was a mother of
但
the
是
child,
上帝定义命令他去做乳娘，
but God made her to be a wet nurse.
他就在乳娘的卑微的身份上尽他的信心和忠心。
But she gave all her best as just a wet nurse with her strength.
因为他发现做乳娘的影响力并不低啊。
Because she found out to be a wet nurse, you have a good influence to the
他
children.
喂奶的时候可以跟孩子唱儿
When she
歌，
nursing the baby, she can sing a song.
可能把希伯来的歌全部都唱给摩西听。
She might sing all the Hebrew songs to Moses.
你可能说教说1年，他也听不进一句话。
You might preaching the baby for a whole year, he cannot understand,
但是
remember words.
你试一试唱一首歌试试。
But just try to see you sing a song.
人小的时候听一首歌是一辈子都记住。
When the child they listen to the song, they will remember the rest of his life.
呀，当我们看见摩西带领以色列人走旷野之路的时候，
When you look at Moses lead the Jews out of the
一路上
desert,
是充满了赞美的歌声。
always praise with God's song.
我相信这和约基伯不能没有关系。
I think that's all because he's a mother.
一个甘于卑微的生命
And she's willing to humble her life.
是需要信心做根基的。
It takes faith as foundation.
这是母亲的第二个智慧，
That's the second wisdom.
要一个面对神的信心。
Faith, the faith of God.
我们看第3点，
Let's look at the third point.
母亲的智慧。第3点是担当神的使命。
Serve God's mission.
如果说摩西的母亲没受什么教育，
If we say Moses' mother didn't have a lot of education,
所以一切就那么偶然的造就出摩西这位属灵的领袖。
so everything just accidentally happened and has such a great leader, a spiritual leader like Moses.
你信吗？
Do you believe it?
我不信，
I don't believe it.
但是有人信。
But somebody will believe it.
可能摩西母亲糊里糊涂、傻乎乎的就不小心把摩西给栽了出来。
Maybe Joshua just, accidentally have, Moses as a great leader.
至少在逻辑上有这个可能性，对不对？
Possibly in the when you look at
这
the
么多的
logic.
摩西的选言之当中，可能是其中一个选言之哦。
Maybe he's one of them, as chosen by God.
但是请大家观察事物时候，不要切一个片面。
But when you look at it, observe one thing, don't just look at one's
我们
perspective.
略略的把约基伯的生命拉长一点来观察。
When you look at the Joshua entire
我们
life.
发现约基伯不单单是摩西的母亲哎。
But she's not only Moses' mother.
他不是单单栽培了一个属灵的伟大的属灵领袖摩西啊，
She does not just have one single spiritual leader like Moses.
他还有另外2个孩子亚伦和米利暗，都是伟大的属灵的领袖。
She also has Aaron and Miriam. They're all great spiritual leaders.
什么意思呢？
What did that mean?
就是一位母亲生出了3位伟大的属灵的领袖。
So we can see one mother has 3 great spiritual leaders in her life.
你还敢说这是偶然的事情？
Can you still say this is purely
你
accidental?
还敢说跟约基伯没什么关系？
Can you still say this has nothing to do with Joshua?
你还有胆量说约基伯在这3个孩子身上没有产生任何影响？
Can you say Joseph has no influence to her own 3 children?
那你自己下这个结论，我不说话。
If you still have such a judgment, I can't say anything.
我甚至大胆一点说，
I can even boldly say
约基伯的一生是肩负使命的一生。
I can say Joseph's life is carried serve the mission of God.
什么使命？
What kind of mission?
各位亲爱的母亲，
Dear mothers,
和你一样的使命，
the same mission as you.
就是为神的国度去栽培属灵的领袖，
It's for God's kingdom to cultivate these great leaders
成为那个时代的带领者。
as the leader at that period.
今天在我们教会当中有多少孩子？
When you look at our church, how many children do we have?
我们可能再过100年回头看这些孩子，
When after 100 years, we'll go turn back and look at these children.
等100年过去了，
After 100 years,
可能我今天的讲道会被录下来。
and maybe my preaching has been recorded.
100年后就有人开始问这个问题了。
After 100 years, the people start to ask.
哦，100年前在麦肯尼华人浸信会有一个叫王保罗的牧师讲过一堂道，
100 years ago, that's the Chinese church and
他有
Pastor
问
Paul.
了一个问题：
He asked a question.
在我们当中的孩子有没有一个成为属灵的领袖呢？
He said that any kid, any children in this church become a spiritual leader,
这个领袖就可以影响和带领这个时代。
and this spiritual leader will influence this world.
其实我心里边带着这个期盼呢。
Actually, I've anticipated this whole.
你们对自己的孩子没有一个期盼吗？
Don't you have anticipation for your
你们
children?
今后的孩子只是吃喝拉撒，
And it's just your children just grow up as a normal kid,
只是长大了找个工作，
just find a job,
赚个10万20万的工资，
make a lot of money,
然后就那么凄凄惨惨的就死了去，
and just pass away like that,
或者高高兴兴回天家，
or just happily go back
对
to
神的
happy
国度
home,
没有任何的影响，
have no influence or contribution
回
to
到
God's
天父那里
kingdom.
两手空空，什么也交不了账，
They cannot turn anything will get back to heavenly
这
home.
难道真是我们的心吗？
Isn't that in your heart,
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
dear brother and sister?
约基伯的生命给了我们一个指引，
Joshua's life will give us a guideline,
让我们一生成为儿女背后的支持者。
so we can be the children's backbone for the entire life.
我们不是单单给他吃喝拉撒呀，
We just don't provide the food and feed them.
我们要给他属灵的粮食啊。
We need to give them spiritual food.
我们需要每天为孩子祷告。
We need to pray for our children every day.
我们最容易忽略的事情，可能是最大的一笔财富。
Actually, the one thing we overlook most is the
如
biggest
果你
fortune
到
of them.
今天还没有每天为你的孩子祷告，
If you're still not praying for your children
你
every
就从
day,
今天开始悔改吧。
just please repent and start to do it today.
如果你作为一个母亲没有把祷告作为你一生的使命，
If as a mother you don't pray as your mission,
那么今天是一个机会悔改。
today is the opportunity for you to repent.
儿女其实不太需要你给他什么金银珠宝。
Actually, children, they don't need much for finance.
18岁他自己独立走了，
After 18 years old, they can
他
repent.
最需要的就是你的祷告。
The one thing you need most is your prayer.
最需要的他让他看见你是一生有使命的。
So let the children see the mission of your life.
请你相信我一件事情，
Please believe
一
me.
个有使命的母亲，
A mother with a mission,
她会赢得儿女的尊重。
he will earn the respect of the
我
children.
发现这个母亲无论做什么，她是朝着标杆直跑。
Because no matter what the mother do, he has a goal in
如果
her
一
life.
个母亲是对准耶稣基督而活，
If a mother live for Jesus Christ,
如果这个母亲是对准大使命而活，
if the mother is live for the big mission,
她自己可能很卑微，
maybe she's humble her own role,
但是她的儿女却很伟大，
but her children will be great,
像约基伯一样。
just like the Joshua.
好，其次我们发现约基伯栽培天国领袖的策略就是以身作则。
And next, we can see the strategy is to set her own example.
约基伯尝摩西3个月的生命榜样，
She hid the baby for 3 months.
帮助摩西完成了3个40年的人生规划。
And she helped Moses finish 3 of the 40 years of their life.
大家留意圣经里面这个3字的奥秘。
Look at the secret, the 3 in the
圣
Bible.
经作者很特别的强调说，约基伯长了摩西3个月，
In the Bible, it especially mentioned that Joshua hid Moses for 3 months.
这是他种下的属灵的种子。
That is the seed of spiritual.
但是结出了什么果子？
What kind of fruit?
让摩西这一生有3个40年。
Because Moses had 3 of the 40 years in his life.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
Dear brothers and
我
sisters,
特别是对当中的每一位做母亲的姐妹来讲，
especially to the mothers,
教养儿女的奥秘在哪里？
what is the secret to cultivate children?
儿女不听你怎么说的，
If actually the children don't listen to you that
他
much,
一定看你怎么做。
actually look at how you do things.
我记得我2个孩子也常常看我们俩做。
I also notice my children also look at us.
现在小孩大了，
Now they already grow up.
也不是单单我来跟他讲啊，
Now just I talk to them.
2个孩子也常常跟我讲啊。
And the children also talk to us.
我去年底我不是查出我有糖尿病吗？
And last year I found out diabetes.
然后儿子跟我说不要吃那么多 snack，
My son told me don't eat too much snack.
不要吃太多零食。
Don't eat too much snack.
然后
Okay.
我不吃。
So I said no.
结果有一天早上我没留意，
And one morning I didn't pay a lot of
他们
attention.
起床的比较晚，
They usually sleep
我
late.
吃完早餐之后就拿了几个 nuts 吃。
After breakfast, I just had a few nuts with my coffee.
结果儿子呢，西安下来以后怎么样？
And my son Xian saw me.
洗碗，
And he was
洗碗，然后一转脸，
when he turned around,
做了一个这样的动作，你看怎么样？
he showed me. I see you.
他说我2个眼睛看见你在吃 snack，
Because he kind of told me, I saw you have snack.
什么意思呢？
What do you mean?
和你说你没有吃 snack 不 match。
It doesn't matter. You told me you don't eat snack.
相信我，儿女看我的行为，
Because if you look at it, children always pay attention how we do things.
无论多少年过去，留下儿女心中是你的榜样，
No matter how many years, we set a sample for our children,
而不是你的说教。
and not what you preaching to your
当然，
children.
说教也很重
Of
要
course,
说，
we need to teach them,
但是不要忘了你的说和你的做要合一才行。
but don't forget you to match what you say to them, how you act on them.
第3点是完成使命是需要有行动力的。
Once again, it also takes us action to complete the mission.
我们看看圣经的作者是怎么记载约基伯的行动力。
Let's look at the Bible. How do they describe Joshua's action?
当摩西被放到这个蒲草箱子里面之后呢，
Once Moses put it in the papyrus
摩
basket,
西的全家就开始出动了。
Moses' whole family take action.
他的姐姐米利亚在背后跟踪看看情况。
Sister Miriam secretly followed the basket.
然后呢，就向法老的女儿建议，哎，要不要请个奶妈呀？
Also suggest to Pharaoh's daughter, do you need a nurse?
孩
A
子
wet nurse?
能在那个时候有个即时的反应吗？
How can a kid have such a reaction at that time?
难道不是约基伯的智慧与行动力吗？
Don't you see behind the wisdom and action from
这
Joshua?
都反过来印证约基伯生命这个使命感。
Also, it all shows us his mission as a mother.
最后呢，一个有使命的人，
And finally, a person with a mission
他是可以不计较个人的得失的。
does not care about personal gain
或
or
者
loss.
反过来讲，弟兄姐妹，
Or another,
一个计较个人得失的人，
if a person only cares her own
通常生命没有
gains and losses,
通常生命是没有使命的。
usually they will not have a mission
一
in
个
their
没有
life.
使命的人，
A person without mission,
那活的就像是一个行尸走肉一样，
it will just a dead body.
就是里面没有灵魂，
There's no
只
spirit,
是一个身体在那里动，
just a dead body moving,
像中国电影的僵尸在那里跳。
just like in the Chinese movie.
约基伯努力了一生，
So Joshua worked very hard for her life.
可能到死他都没有见到3个孩子的成
Maybe
功。
even she died, never see a 3 kids accomplishment.
但是请大家注意下面一句话，
But pay attention.
他进了中心就回到赐他使命的主那里去。
But she gave all her faithful mission and back to the Lord.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
Dear brothers and sisters,
母亲节我们讲母亲的智慧，
and Mother's Day we talk about mothers and wisdom.
今天我们讲的母亲3个智慧：
We talk about 3 wisdom as a mother.
遵循神的旨意，
Obey God's will,
面对神的信息，
face the faith of God,
担当神的使命。
serve the mission of God.
这个是母亲智慧。
That is the mother's
请
wisdom.
问这样的智慧你愿意拥有吗？
Are you willing to have such wisdom?
知道。
Let's pray together.
天父，我们感谢你，
Dear Lord, we thank you.
我们愿意一切的荣耀颂赞都归给你。
We give all the glory and praise to
我
you.
们今天也借着这个机会，向在座的每一位弟兄姐妹有一个呼召。
And take this opportunity, we want to call for the brothers and sisters.
我们问问在座的母亲，有哪一位愿意成为智慧的母亲？
And I want to ask each mother and want to have a mother
你可以
wisdom.
在上帝的面前立定心志。
And just make up your mind in front of God.
我也不需要你举手，
You don't need to raise your hand.
我也不需要你站起来，
You don't need to stand up.
你自己心里面对神说一声阿门。
Just say amen to
有没
God.
有这样的姐妹？
Is there any sisters?
好，我相信神听到你的声音。
I believe God listens to you.
第二，我想问问我们在座的有没有今天愿意相信耶稣基督？
I want to ask anyone who want to live to believe Jesus Christ.
请你把手举起来，我要问他。
Please raise up your hand. I will pray for you.
把手举起来，好，感谢主。还有没有？
Thanks, Lord.
好，感谢主。还
Thank
有没
you,
有？
God.
好，
Thank
还有
you.
好，把手放起来，我看见。
Okay, I see you. You can put it down.
好，我们一起来祷告。
Let's pray together.
天父，我们感谢你，
Dear Lord, we thank
你
you.
就与我们同在。
You are with us.
我们愿一切的荣耀颂赞都归给你。
We give all the glory and praise
感
to
谢
you.
祷告，奉耶稣基督的名。
We pray in Jesus' name.
阿门。
Amen.
好，刚才举手的到台前来，我来为你做做祷告。
Please, for those who raise your hand and come, I will pray for you.
来，到上来。
我没听清楚，把手举起来。
好，那大家都认识他们了吧？
You all know them.
好，现在我带着做一个觉得祷告，大家一起来祷告。
Let's pray for them.
我说一句，你跟我说一句，好。亲爱的天父，我感谢赞美你，因为在我还做罪人的时候，你就先爱了我，你差派你的独生爱子耶稣基督道成肉身，降世为人，3天后从死里复活，为我们罪的缘故，舍命在十字架上。主啊，我们感谢你，主求你赦免我们的罪孽，赐给我们永生。在你再来的时候，我和你同复活，得享永恒生命。我这样的祷告，是奉耶稣基督的名。阿门。好，大家给个掌声。